Colombia. He's on the line right now. Very good evening to you, Mr. Tau. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, can you briefly tell us, this is an international accolade, and what does winning the presidency of the UCLG mean for you?
Well, thank you very much. Good evening to all in South Africa. President of the United States and local government, you assume leadership of the organization. It is about providing political and guidance to the organization. Of course, working with the rest of the president and the leadership of the organization. It is the key representative body in the United Nations on behalf of local government and district government. It also supports local authorities in the work that they do, share best practices. So it is about ensuring that we are able to provide leadership to all of local governments throughout the world.
Now, Mr. Tau, the ANC has lost sizable numbers at the metros back here at home. Are you going to be able to engage these metros headed by your competing political parties?
Excuse me?
Now, the ANC lost quite a sizable number of voters back here at home. So are you going to be able to engage these political opponents headed by your competing political parties?
Well, I have a responsibility to all of local government throughout the world. I have to ensure that I serve all the local authorities of the world and represent them both in South Africa, in Africa, and in the world. And I am going to work with all the local authorities. The United Citizen local government is a non-partisan body, so it does not look on the basis of the political party that leads a particular municipality. We serve all the local authorities of the world.
Now, Mr. Tau, are you able to tell us just how Africa has been able to put aside its differences and then back you for this position?
Well, firstly, the decision was taken at the Africa Summit that was held in Johannesburg in December last year, that with Africa agreed that we should nominate a leader from Africa to serve as president of the world body. It is a position that we presented to our counterparts throughout the world, and it is humbling that in fact most of our counterparts throughout the world have said that they are keen to our candidacy. We've received support from all of Europe, from all of North America, Latin America. We've received support from Asia Pacific, Eurasia, and Middle East, and so indeed we have received support from all of the world, and that is reflected in the results that we presented today. Of course, it was a contest, it was an election between ourselves and a candidate from Russia, and I think I'm humbled by the fact that the world has said we are prepared to support the African candidate in myself and give us the opportunity to lead this work.
Indeed, Mr. Tau. Now, on your Twitter page, and I'm going to quote you verbatim, you said that people should be at the center of the implementation, review, and monitoring of local government, both as participants and beneficiaries. And you went to further state that we believe that we have to engage people in co-production and co-creation. Now, one may argue that the lack of this principle cost the ANC dearly at the local polls just a couple of months ago. And your intention to take this principle to the global stage, could it have been a realization of the lack of this principle?
Internationally, local government is acknowledged as government of the people. It is the government that is closest to the people, represents the operations of the people, directly the people. It is a network that we need to promote internationally to all of local government, so that people are heard. When we say that we need the voice of local government to be heard in the United Nations, we need the voices of people to be heard in the United Nations. When we're going to Quito in Ecuador next week to present our views as the United States and local government to the United Nations at Habitat 3, that will be saying, not only do we acknowledge the important role that local government plays in development, but also as the voice of the people and its ability to represent the aspirations of the people directly. We have said to the United States and local government that the past 2 years have seen local government being accepted and acknowledged as a pivotal player in addressing the development challenges of the world, and we need to ensure that the support provided to local authorities through overseas development assistance, through networks and support in the national systems and organizations, whether it's the United Nations, the African Union, the European Union, and other international organizations. But also that we form partnerships with partners at an international level so that everybody works in tandem towards achieving our development goals as enshrined in the Sustainable Development Goals as adopted by the United Nations.
All right, Mr. Tau, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for your time, and once again, congratulations on a new role.